What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? I'm back for another one, y'all. And today is Toxic Tuesday. And by the title, y'all can already see what I'm pretty much gonna be talking about today. What I get hit with on a day-to-day basis. We talk about boundaries. We talk about control issues and all the bullshit that come along with it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about y'all how much experience you had with this topic, or if you see somebody who who you've been going through this on a day to day basis. Maybe your mama went through something, that you can remember, and you have a little input, and you can come up here and tell me, what you've been witnessing, what you've been experiencing. How that shape your mindset, how that shape your outlook on, hey, maybe your next situation, your current situation, or just maybe looking back on the past and like, man, I really can't keep on doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to shape up and really get to that next level. But can you get to that next level because you ain't doing this, by yourself? When you like the opposite sex, or when you like the opposite sex, because that's who we had the kids with, right? When you trying to get man up and raise your kids in a certain way, have them hit a certain mindset, you want to you start to think differently. You starting to want to, like, I don't want to play these games. I don't want to move like that. I don't want to deal with that. I want to just keep it straight, simple, and clean and cut, man. Like, that's it. It ain't too much more to talk about. So, but you got this girlfriend or this baby mama of yours, just like those baby mamas that we see down there on that thumbnail, who love control, man. These baby mamas, they love control. But I'm to the point where I'm convinced where I don't think it's control. To me, it's not control, but the terms they like to put it in is control. And before I get too far, man, I want to make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment on the comment. Let me know what you think, and I can give my response to it. And if you want to, always feel free to hit the link in the chat, and so you can come up to the stage and you can let me know live, hey, what's going on. Like I always tell people, your perspective is your perspective. It's no right or wrong perspective. We're just keeping it real. We're just keeping it raw. We're gonna keep it, true. Ain't no reason to come up here and lie. Ain't no reason to come up here and try to be something that you ain't, or try to tell a story that this ain't got to be something that even you got to was firsthand dealing with. This could be something you just witnessed. I got a lot of stories from my day-to-day life, but even when I was a child, even I have stories that my dad, my brother, my cousin, my uncle, pretty much all the guys in my family, not so much all my friends, but my family especially, we got these baby mamas. I don't even like to call them baby mamas, really. I'm like, they the mother of my child, just keep it just like that. But we got these baby mamas, man. And we go through these I guess these moments of they want to be in control. They got to be in control, and their definition of control is pretty much just keeping the child away from you. Keeping the child away from you. The child can only come over then. The child can only do this when the child get back home. I gotta, what you and your daddy was doing. Who was over there? Okay. What was y'all? Who was you playing with? Did he make sure to not take you outside because of whatever reason? Oh, was what's in that, or so and so over there? Because she don't like so and so. So and so over there, or she might be jealous of so and so. So she's trying to just keep tabs. Then now when the child over here, she want to FaceTime you all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't hit my phone. I mean, you don't pay attention to the child this much, but when child get over my house, you just want to FaceTime them. I mean, galore. So, but is that a form of control? Just because when the child is at my house, now she want to FaceTime them, she want to know where I live, she want to really, she want to know my every movement. Where you gonna go? What y'all gonna do the whole weekend? Pretty much what time and who all gonna be there? I mean, literally. So, that's really what we go through. And then as a man, we looking like, listen, I can't even really sit right here and think about how my whole weekend finna play out. I know I scheduled this, I'm gonna do this, if everything really still go as planned. But really right now, especially if you don't have anybody, you just, it's just gonna be me and the kids. This is what I'm probably gonna do. But if something more exciting come about, then we're gonna shift that way. And but they really don't want it. They act as if they don't understand that. They act as if it don't really literally go that way. They want to know once you get there, what time is you gonna bring my baby back home? You out somewhere with the child, you trying to have an enjoyable experience with your baby and, see the smiles and just create a memory. And then you got the mama calling like, what time y'all gonna be finished? What time she gonna be home? And it's like, well, I do know it's gonna probably end at like 6, 7. And then we're gonna be on the way from there. Soon as 6 o'clock come, where's y'all at? Why is you not at my house? I don't understand all this and that. So it's like, but is that control? Because they feel as if it's control. Like I say, I need for y'all to hit that link in the top of the comments and follow the prompts, and y'all can come up to the stage and y'all let me know, like, is that control? Once again, me personally, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it's control. Because when a child is in my possession, you ain't doing that but just running your mouth. You ain't doing that but just really just running your mouth. Only thing you doing is you got this I call it like a fictional fantasy on how you trying to really control things, I guess. And, you can't control nothing when a child is in my possession. You can sit right here and ask me, just keep it real. You can ask me whatever. Hey, bring my child back this day, this time. You can ask me all these questions. But as soon as I leave with the child, it's like none of that. Like, you call me a liar anyway. So what makes you think that's the truth? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would make her think, why now this little part right here, I got to be like, I am automatically 100% truthful about, like, that and us men, we got to really think about that, because they call us liars. They call us, whatever they want to call us. They call us groomers, but it's almost like, nah, y'all grooming these kids. Y'all the one who want to have control. In a situation where people are grooming a person, the person that has control is the groomer. So you're grooming the kids to think in such a way and act in such a way. And it's like, as we go through society, we like, we need to do better and this and that. And it's almost like, man, for us men, when you get to a certain age, it's like, man, we understand the dynamic. And when these kids get to certain ages, we're human. We're gonna kind of march to the beat of our own drum, or whatever drum that we kind of hear. Because realistically, if the mama, if she have any type of real self-esteem about herself, she's out here working. She doing what she got to do. So she, the child is in school, and then when you wake up in the morning, it's just like a normal day. Today, y'all woke up, right? If your parents was at home, you had about 2 hours, I doubt it, in the morning with them. And then y'all got home. If you was an active child, you went down to school to about 6 o'clock. Then next thing you know, now you probably ain't getting picked up to like 6:30. So it's about 8:30. You're gonna get about 2 hours, but you at home, you ain't really spending that time with your parents. You in your room, you kicking it, you doing, you know what I'm saying? So really, unless the child is like, maybe like still probably, I'm gonna say about 7 and under, that's when, okay, doing these little hours right here, that's when mama, she'll be really actually, you know what I'm saying, paying attention to the child. Got to bathe him. Got to make sure he eat. You got to, you know what I'm saying. You asking those interest, those, you know what I mean, those intimate questions about your day, and make sure you really pound it in the child head on, hey, how to have self-esteem and how to have respect for yourself. So, you know, in a sense, like you're doing that, but sitting right and doing just the things that we have to experience, playing on the phone, getting the child to call us and asking, you know, like for having like unreasonable demands. Like if you come to pick me up right now, and if you like, well, it's kind of no way possible because, you know, whatever, I was working. I didn't even know. You just get hung up on, you know, she don't want to, well, you know, she still want to be with you, but you're not trying to be with her. So, you know, she like the child just can't come over your house every weekend. And if the child start mentioning the other girl name, oh boy. If the child start to mention the other girl name, and the child almost, and she gonna lead, she gonna keep if she hear that name, she gonna keep leading them. She gonna keep making them. She gonna, you know what I'm saying, make the child say the girlfriend name more than anything. She's the most popular person in the situation now. So now she gonna hit me back like, no, she can't go over there. Well, the child can't come over, he or she, whatever, because y'all over, you know, say so house, whoever house, whatever, you know. I don't want to say no female name, but y'all over, you know, we have a Michelle Obama house. So, you know, no, you can't, she can't, we can't go this weekend. And as a father, like, how many weekends you gonna go through this? How many weekends we gotta finally just get to the point where you soften up? If it's gonna be 18 years, it's gonna be 18 years. But after that point, it's still like you still. Then the child wants to be like in Tyree's situation. The little girl went right over to her dad. The child gonna do what the child want to do, no matter what. The child, if a child is 5 years old, if you say, "Hey, don't go out there and be messing up your shoes and whatever." We go to a family reunion or family cookout. You got them kids who, and they see the other kids. They ain't finna listen to what the daddy got to say. The mom, they don't finna listen to nobody say. Their cousin out there, and the only thing they know, they finna just get to running. Go. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't thinking about trying to be fresh because they kids. They ain't us. Well, we got a sense of value, and I got to buy this. I just paid this much. No, you know. And then on top of that, women, it's just very interesting to me because y'all got to say that this control thing, but you can't even control the kid. You want to control the relationship. You want to control the man. You want to control everything about the aspect of what the man gonna do. But the child sitting right here and disrespecting you right in your face. I mean, the baby sitting right here just literally disrespecting you. This child don't even do half of what you, or the child only half of what you asked them to do. So it's just like very, just like wowing. Like how in the hell can somebody sit and not be able to control and they know you know how this child talk to you. You already know what's going on. You know you didn't talk to your mama like that. You know you still don't talk to your mama like that. But this child is sitting right here just having a way with you. So since the child having their way with you, you're going to try to have your way with the man. And us men, like, listen, ladies, just keeping it real. We care, but it's not to the depth that y'all think we care. It's definitely not to that depth. It's really like nowhere near that depth because we say control because y'all say control because we don't really look at it as control. We just look at it like the situation is what it is. We look at it like she just like mental health or something, you know what I'm saying? You know, she just became unreasonable at a certain point. So, but the situation still is what it is. You're not going to let my son come over here 6 months. Okay, I'm not going to pretty much do anything different from you because you already showed me who you is. You already showed me what you're going to do. You showed me we're going to be cool for a little while and then we're not going to be cool. So either I'm going to take you to court and get everything I need to get, or get a damn judgment, or get the judge to make a ruling on this, or just leave you alone. Because, ma'am, I don't think as long as I'm cool and I'm talking like I'm trying to come over there and see you, then we're good. But if I'm just sitting to the point like I just want to, I just want to see my child. I don't want to do nothing else but see my child. You're not gonna try. You're not gonna take that well. You're not. You're gonna take it like, no. We got something to do this weekend. Then if I call and you pick up the phone, it's like it's a high chance that y'all just sit in the house. Then if I ask my child, did y'all do something this weekend? Because he gonna keep it real. Because I don't have to ask him like that. I can just be more creative, and then just get him to answer the question, and he gonna pretty much tell me, yeah, we just stayed home this weekend. But meanwhile, the dad get to not, only get to see the child when mama wants you to see the child, and PYT Menace, yes, that is a bitter baby mama, but listen, it's more than just saying bitter baby mama, because us men, we got to deal with it. And then now we just had this girl that we once was in love with, had a child by the situation didn't work out, right? But now she bitter. When is this gonna end? When is this gonna stop? How long we got to deal with this, and why we got to deal with it? Because if we know we ain't working out, if we know the situation is very toxic, we doing everything except putting our hands on each other. We still laying up with each other, and the sex can be good when that dynamic pretty much don't change. It make it almost better when hell you toxic in some situations. So when that aspect is like, that's a key component that keep people together. But after a while, he's like, listen, man, I can't even keep doing this with you. I can't even keep trying to, doing that, because that's gonna keep us together. So when you stop having sex with her, when you stop, trying to just make sure you don't play with her, you ain't leading her on, why is she still bitter? And if you feel like it, you can hit the link in the top of the chat. And then you can follow the prompts. It ain't that like 2-3 prompts. And then just come on up here. You don't have to show your face and nothing like that if you don't want to. But it's all, it's just all, it's your perspective. Nothing but your perspective, it's no right or wrong answer to it. Go ahead, Push. What's up, Push? You with your mama? I'm doing this YouTube show. No, I'm with my Okay, well, I'm gonna call you back in a minute, okay? All right. Yeah. So it's no right or wrong answer, y'all. Just it's just what your experience was, what you go through, what somebody else go through. Like, man, once I done left her alone, once I done stopped having sex with her, once I done I got me a new girl now. I'm trying to be this man that I couldn't be for you. That couldn't transpire. Now I'm trying to be with her, and have my kids with me when I can see them. Let's make it reasonable. Let's be nothing but reasonable. So if that's on the weekends or every other weekend or once a month because of whatever, let's just be consistent about it. But then we get to the point we can't be consistent, and then now she just truly unreasonable. Now her attitude didn't change. Now she acting like she ain't been getting none. You know what I'm saying? That be like almost the reason. To me, it's like almost like if you had a new dude, I would congratulate it. Like I'm basically begging you to get a new dude, so you could maybe y'all could go out on dates. So y'all can go on trips. So y'all can have a long time. You know what I'm saying? So he could be the captain of the ship. But you sit here, I don't know what you got going on, because you still ain't got no man. That's how I can always say, like, when I could kind of tell what these women got going on, because, like, if you were treating me a certain way, then you can't have a man. You can't. Because it take a lot of energy to do this stuff, man. It take a lot of energy to be a bitter baby mama. A lot of energy. So, I mean, why even want to express? Use your energy for those type of expressions. because you could be doing something way more worth your while. You could be trying to go get cute. You could try to be, you know what I'm saying, uh, study for something. You know what I'm saying, complete this goal that you ain't completed yet. You could be doing all this and that, but you you're over here wasting your efforts and your sweet precious time on and thoughts on trying to how to make some trying to figure out how to make somebody else's day miserable. Trying to ruin somebody else's day. You trying to and then you doing this to your child. Your child sitting right here watching this. And y'all the ones who, oh my God, when something happened, y'all just want to be your opinion will need to be heard and girl this and girl and it's like, look what you doing to this child. But I don't want to get too carried away. I want to know what everybody else got to say. So and I appreciate y'all for coming on today. Jazzy, it's always nice to talk to you, girl. And Rich,
What it do? What's going on? Miss Jazzy, what's going on?
Hey, Rich. Hey, Jay.
we back for another one, y'all.
Hey,
I'm trying to
PYT.
look. Yeah, PYT. She's scared. Um,
there's a lot of there's a lot of factors that we have to take into consideration before I just start calling people bitter. You got the age of the child, you have the relationship with the father, you have his experience. You know, being a mother myself, if I need to keep my child on schedule, if just have him under certain restrictions, I would appreciate it if you kept him under the same thing. So, for instance, it's a weekday. If you're going to keep him and take him to school in the morning. So I need to know that so that I can go ahead and pack his uniform, etc. If you're not going to keep him overnight, I need him to be home maybe 7:30, 8, a decent hour. You done already pumped him up with sugar or fast food. That's going to affect my night. I got to wind him down. He might not be ready to leave. So, it may be some pushback, some whining. I still got to give him a bath because you decided to take him to the park or to the jumpy place, and so it kind of pushes my schedule back as well. So a lot of times that the moms may be trying to say, as you're saying, like trying to control the situation or attempting to control, it could be that she's just trying to keep structure, or she already knows if the child gets in the bed too late, if they had something, sugary or too sweet, it's going to even affect his day tomorrow. That school going to be calling, they acting up, they pushing back, etc. Now you do have a bitter baby mom like PYT was saying, where every time she get mad, it ain't going her way. She want to pull the baby away because that's the only thing that she has. But it basically goes two ways, and it's really according to the relationship and the trust that she already have in the dad. Over time, if you respecting her rules and she respecting yours, it should go a lot smoother, in my opinion.
let me know what you think, Rich, because I got something to say to that. But you tell me what you think first.
I mean, the way Miss Jazzy explained it, she made it sound good. I ain't gonna lie to you. The way Miss Jazzy, she made it seem like I guarantee I can tell she's a great mom, and she
Thank
actually
you.
she keeps her children on a real schedule. I can't say that a lot of these mothers out here are real mothers as far as schedule, homework, cooking them dinner, bath, bedtime. I think a lot of them just going by the freight. Hold on, I'm sorry, my garage had open. But I was saying, like, I would like to give a lot of women those credit. Like, okay, they got a real schedule when it comes to their kids and doing the right thing by them, cooking and making sure they're in the bed at a decent hour to be prepared for school. But I want to say that most women do that, Miss Jazzy, but I got to see it. I got to see it.
Okay, I'll
So,
give you credit for that.
and my rebuttal would be, you know, from my experience, I only can speak on my experience. Like, that's not what I'm experiencing. I'm not. I've not saying that, and this is the thing about it. Women, they have their way. You know, when we're individuals, we all have our own way of doing things. We was all raised a certain way, you know. And then when we get together, some some of us we actually talk about these intimate details on, hey, what are your plans on for this child? And you know, if you want to get pregnant, I don't mind getting you pregnant, but what's your reason? You know, and what how much energy you gonna put behind it? And then you get the child, and it's like that's not what's happening. That ain't, you know, you still sleepy. Um, you're tired a lot of times. You make excuses a lot of times, and you just want the exciting stuff about it. You know, that's what I'm kind of experiencing. It's not saying that hey, she don't put the baby to bed on time, which she really don't. Um, do she really make sure, you know, from different situations, is she making sure my oldest son he's getting his grades and making sure that he's, you know, if just because he got all A's and B's and then he got one D or F, it's like, no, we got to just get him right. Hey, you got to pick this up. Um, is you really sitting right here being able to motivate this child? But see, my thoughts on is very interesting too, because I don't never put my expectations on someone else. But when you sit right here playing with me, when we discuss numerous of times on how we're gonna handle this child, how we gonna, you know, okay, we're not together, so the child gonna come over every other weekend, this weekend, and you don't. Why are you calling me, telling me all this stuff like, oh, what is he wearing and all this and that? Because it's like, listen, if I'm getting a child Friday, I'm getting him Saturday. So I'm helping Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, and I got one child who do walk from here, so I don't have to even go through that with his mama. But I got another young child who I get to kind of see whenever she allowed me to see him. And it's like, you sitting right here, you wasting all the time, you know, because and and that's very important, the time aspect, because I look at it like people can die any day. People don't really see that, but people are dying around us every day. And it's like, what are you accomplishing? You don't have to sit right here and talk to me about these things. You don't have to talk to me about these things, Miss Jassy. So what you got to tell me now?
Can let me ask Miss Jazzy a question?
Go ahead,
Okay.
Rich.
When it comes down to when you decide to have a child with a man, okay, why it seems like all the interference comes when the child is here, like as far as the trust level in that man that you decide to have a child with. And I'm not particularly asking you, I'm talking about in the general realm of females. Like, it was okay to have a child with me. Now that the child is here, it seems like you second guess or question everything that I'm doing.
Hmm.
Where was that concern before the child was here?
Well,
Or
I
why do you
think that
go ahead?
okay. So first things first. Sometimes I get a little detailed, so you'll have to stop me. But let's say that we're in a relationship and you already have a child. For me, I'm gonna already see how you're treating the kids that you already have. Because really, if you already abusive to them, you know, you talking to them crazy, I'm not the baby mom for you. But let's say that we've been together maybe a year or two, and I see that, you're a good dad for the most part with the kids that you already have, then that's probably where we would start to grow our family. That's just in my opinion. Now, because we've already been together, let's say a year or two, those kids are not babies. They're already, let's say, 8 and 9 years old because of a previous relationship. So once we have our child, I didn't see you interact with them as an infant. As soon as a mom has the kids, to me, you just have this protective shield. It's kind of a weird thing where, once again, it's situational. But if it's her first child, oh, you might as well give it up. Like, she's just gonna be a little bit more protective. Of course, with babies, you just have that motherly touch.
So why y'all don't feel like the men have that same fatherly protection, that same shield up too? Miss Jackson, I don't know if she can hear me. Maybe when she come back, she can always respond. But from a man's perspective, when we lay down to have this child with you, why y'all don't feel like we have that shield up also? We got this thing that we're trying to protect also. That's very valuable to us. We got this thing that we want to shape. We got this thing that, hey, this gonna be looking up to us. Do y'all ever consider that we want to? You don't think the man want to, but y'all don't ever consider the man want to protect the child?
That's be my thing. It'd be so. It seem like it'd be so one sided. Like, oh, I only got the child's best interest at heart. When honestly, what makes you think I ain't got that child's best interest at heart? It's like
Right,
all these concerns wasn't there. Now that the child is here, it's like now you second question me as a person.
right.
Like they second
And
guess
it's,
the man as a person.
but the interesting dynamic is this is only pretty much happening once the relationship has split. Everything is pretty much can be good while we at home. We can work out our differences. We can figure each other out. We'll figure out how how you like to get down, and we're gonna make sure we're gonna roll like that. Hopefully, you're gonna do the same for me. But a man, we're gonna usually figure out, hey, I know if I can do this, I can keep her from yelling at me. So I'm gonna just make sure, hey, she like it be done this way. We're gonna get it done this way. So on the other hand, and the man, we're not getting that same respect. We y'all feel as if I guess because we don't show our emotions, and y'all put it like that, and we don't really care about those things. But it's almost like you're saying this, and I'm expressing in real time uh, a contest to that damn statement that you're making, and you know what I'm saying, you still just gun ho on. You're not gonna support our goddamn our plan. You're not
It's
gonna
my
support
way or
our
the
thought.
highway.
You know,
It'd be my way or the highway when you split up.
and a lot of times when we split up, like we really want to be. Well, in my situations, I really want to kind of just be a real true friend to you, because I didn't think it was. I didn't think it. I just think it's we could get along, especially without that dynamic of sex. We should be able to, hey, be able to come to each other, especially if you need help with something. But then it gets to the situation like, well, hell, you being so damn mean to me, where it's no reason for me to try to be your friend in no type of way. And then on top of that, you gon' you sit right here just keeping my child away from me. So why in the world would I even want to consider even doing something nice to you? Why would I want to buy you a Mother's Day gift? You know, why would I want to sit right here and give my child some money and go teach my child how to do something special for their mama? And you sit right here, don't even want me to see the child. But then it's almost like y'all throw these things up. Oh, you didn't even get me nothing for Mother's Day. Oh, now I was supposed to be able to get you something. At what point of our relationship for the past time or since we broke up have you been that person where I'm gonna take some consideration to think about getting you a Mother's Day gift or Christmas gift?
Now wait a minute.
I
You
think
done
I
went
might
with the
need to.
Mother's Day. You done went with the Mother's Day gift.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So to
that boy
answer your
cold.
concerns, first, I'm not attacking all guys. I'm not attacking all fathers. There are really a lot of good fathers. However, just like right now, we're all in the show. We're all multitasking. I have popped in to still watch my child at least 5 times since we've been on the show. A guy may not do that. I'm not saying you won't, but a typical guy may not do that. When we were living together, still the main responsibility for the kids was the mom. Y'all may have helped out, but when they were sick, when they were in the tub, etc., it was the mom. And so it's just kind of hard to relinquish that now that we split up. Is he gonna leave him in the tub, or do he need to remember not to get his ears wet? Make sure you dry them off. Those type of things. It's not that we don't think you guys are capable of doing it. It's just the small details that could cause a bigger issue. Like I said, giving them the candy, just passing the damn Happy Meal to the back seat with the drink and not even watching it. So I get them back, stomach hurting, constipated, full of juice. And it's just like the mom would have done it a little bit differently. That's all. Guys are still,
Miss Jazzy, I
they
gotta
love
push
them just
back
the
on you, Miss
same.
Jazzy. I gotta push back on you. I gotta
Okay.
push
I'm
back
glad
on you,
you.
Miss
So that's
Jazzy.
what I'm
I'm
saying.
glad
The
you got it
age
before
makes
I
a
did.
difference. The age makes a difference. Over 10, y'all can have them.
Over 10.
Over 10, y'all can have them. At
No,
10,
Miss
at,
Jazzy,
at
no.
10, if he's a boy, come and get him.
When he 3.
He
Three
still,
3.
from
he's
day
still
one.
whining at 3. He still may not be able to tell you what's wrong at 3. He's still
He only
choking at
whining
3.
because he with you.
He,
Oh.
you know what?
10 is
He's
too
still,
late, Miss Jazzy. To catch you
he's
10 is
still
way too
choking
late.
at 3. He's still choking at 3.
What he wasn't choking? No, no, not
You
choking.
can, yes, he still choke. He can still choke. He can still drown at 3.
That can happen with any of us though, Miss Jazzy. A choke. He can be eating your fine cut up vegetables and still
I'm gonna be down
choke
there
on the
with him.
broccoli.
We gonna be eating together.
Same thing with you don't
But
think the dad gonna be eating with him?
right,
Y'all on the show. I done had dinner with my baby at the table.
we are on the show, sweetheart. You with us?
Jay sitting there eating dinner now. Where the baby at, Jay? Where's the baby? Where's our child?
He went to his grandmother's house.
Right. Rich, where's our
So
child at, Rich? Where's our kid?
Mine in their room, like you said, I ain't gonna go in their room until I hear a big boom or commotion.
Exactly. We gonna be meeting at the hospital.
No, because I'm gonna get down to the
no.
bottom of it.
hmm And then if it's serious enough, we'll meet at the hospital. But
Yeah, if it's
you gotta
serious
let
enough,
kids.
but I ain't finna
You gotta
bother
let
you and
kids be
tell you.
kids.
Yeah, I ain't
No,
finna
but see,
bother you
it's
and
not
say he
gonna
fell
happen
off
on
the
my
bunk
watch.
bed.
It's not gonna happen on my watch.
Yes, they will. They just go. You just gonna figure it out after. You just gonna be right there to be hysterical right after it happened because they gonna probably be in a room because I'm not sure the age of his kids right
Uh,
now, but they old enough to
that's why I said the
he don't have
age.
to be in the
Right.
same room.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Over a certain age, keep them.
But I
Over a
don't think
certain
they
age,
over
keep them.
10. I don't
But
think
I'm saying,
over.
okay, so even five and under, just
Three,
they
three.
can still choke, they can still drown. Stuff can still happen. They
Put
still
them in
putting
swim
stuff in their
lessons.
mouth.
No, they go to swim lessons. You can put them in swim lessons at 6 weeks. Stop
But I'm
laughing.
just
This is a
saying,
real
they
thing.
still putting random stuff in their mouth. They still playing with sockets and just doing stuff that they not supposed to be doing.
Why is your kids putting random objects in they? Why they? You should. We don't. I bet they know not to touch that damn stove.
I'm in that
So
kitchen with
what they know not to touch. When he
My
Oh,
go in the
come
kitchen
on
by
my
now.
himself.
3-year-old
So
pulled
you
a chair
so
up
we
and
so
go
we
climbing
cannot
up around the
agree
kitchen.
that there's a certain time the mom can have, a little bit more time and say so, and then there's a certain age where the dad need to have a little bit more time and say so. This
I
is
get
why
what
it
you're
was
saying. I
made
get
to
what you're
be two
saying.
parents. You see what I'm saying? It was meant to
Yep.
be two parents in the household. So we did it the right way in the beginning, but now that it didn't work out, we got to figure out what's best, for little Jayla and little Timmy. And so, you know, sometimes they need some mother time, sometimes they need some dad time.
Let's keep it real. We ain't even do it right in the beginning if we weren't married.
Well, hey,
We ain't
hey,
even do it right in the beginning.
that's what I'm saying. So now we got to, we doing it the best we can.
Now the best we can is a stretch.
Well, okay, well, we dealing with the cards that we dealt. How about
Nah, it look like you cheating up with the cards over there. That's what it look like.
That's
It look like you do exactly what you gonna goddamn give me, and this shit do not look right. It don't.
Okay, now I was gonna say something also to your point of you saying like
how bitter baby moms hold the kid over your head, but the bitter baby dads hold leaving over their heads. So just like the mom say, "Oh, you can't see him," every time the baby mom doesn't do what he wants her to do, he goes ghost.
Well,
Threatening
The
is a
bitter baby
form of
daddy
control.
still is mad that that woman moved on or don't give him, you know, that whatever, whatever.
Right.
right.
So the threats can go both ways.
Well, y'all gonna keep the child. Well, from my understanding of you, you ain't gonna give him the child till he 10 anyway. So what's the problem?
No, I'm saying, listen, the dad always deserves time with his child. I am not advocating for that. Both parents are needed in these kids' life. But Rich asked me, why do we feel like we cannot trust the dads all the time? With like, drop them off, leave them alone, don't call them, don't FaceTime them. I don't need your instruction. I got them. Gone about your business. And I was just saying, because a mother is hard to take your hands off, especially when they're a certain age. That was the gist of my answer.
But you let him go over your mama house, and you let your sister keep him, and you
She
let
just like me.
whoever
She just like me. She gonna watch. I know my mom. My mom gonna watch them harder than I do.
Miss Jazzy. I think that is a
Okay.
flex, baby.
Y'all ask me a question.
But your sister and your mama is just like you.
Yes.
So that means y'all don't even like each other because women who act just like them mamas and
Now see,
daughters,
you
they
trying to rush
clash.
to another conversation. I'm saying,
No.
as far as caregiving, you know,
Hmm.
just like a guy will typically take the child to his mama, his sister's house because he already know that the child's gonna be taken care of over there.
Or
But will the mama have a problem with that though? Yes.
With the kids,
mm,
if they did not have a trusting relationship, it's all about that trust, Rich. It really is. If you
but you was
guys
in
love
love
each
with
other, it just
mama.
didn't work out, then they won't be as bitter. But if you was playing games with each other, she cheating on him, he cheating on her, they dipping in and out of the bed, the feelings are still there. The baby is just in the middle as collateral damage. But when you have really matured and said it just did not work out, you still a good person, you just not the person for me, you'll have that trust for, it'll be easier to give. The same with the in-laws and stuff. If you didn't
With
have
the
all
god
that
mamas and
drama,
stuff too.
if you didn't have all that drama, it'll be fine. But when she didn't like you anyway, she started the argument, she caused the rumor about you that, messed up the relationship. If you don't like me, you don't like my child.
No,
I
no, no,
That's
no,
just how a
see,
lot of
no,
see,
people
this
are
is
taught.
no.
this.
You can't say
That's
that,
how a lot of
Jazzy.
people are taught.
You can't
Mm-mm,
say
What?
you
You
that.
sure
watch
can't
it.
say that.
That's what a lot of people are
Cause
taught.
especially if you ever did like working with kids and working, you know what I mean, like coaching and anything. You like these fucking
Yeah.
parents. So listen,
We had a situation this weekend where I seen the child's father on Thursday. He said, "Man, I'm gonna see you at the game on Saturday." I said, "All right, bet, man." He wasn't able to make it to the game on Friday because he had to work. He come to the game Saturday, expecting to see his son. The mama didn't even bring him because she knew that he was coming up there with her girlfriend,
Oh
with his
wow.
girlfriend, seven
That's
year
those
old
mixed
child,
feelings. That's those mixed feelings, Rich. I'm serious. She ain't over it yet. If you
7 year
completely
old
over it,
child.
mm-mm.
Taking that out on the child is ridiculous.
No. Rich, I'm telling
and,
you,
and,
I want my ex to be happy because I want to be happy too. That's it.
but see, y'all tell us these things, but then when we get out of when the relationship is over, this is the reality that we have. So, like, why is black women y'all say these things, but then it's so rampant out here that this is
It's
the
the
reality
maturity
we're
as
dealt
a
with.
person, but it's your feelings too. If you gonna let it go, you got to let it all the way go. Don't still be dipping over every time you want some. You ain't got no girlfriend yet, so you trying to dip back up. If you gonna break up, break it all the way up. It causes too much confusion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just like with Rich example, you don't know if that man is still, trying to play, trying to flirt, trying to, still dipping over, and it's like you're gonna put this girl in my face. You know what I'm saying? But it can also just be insecure issues too. That's why it's important to keep yourself up, stay motivated, have you a strong circle. And if you're gonna leave them alone, wish them well, give it to God and be done with it.
Okay. But I'm looking at it like this. When we're together, everything was good. Like, come on now,
Hmm.
like everything
Hmm.
you put your life in my pretty much your life in my hand. I'm here for
Hmm.
your security. I'm here for your protection.
Right.
So now that we're done, you mean to tell me the person that was here for your security and protection can't can't watch the baby, but the mama can watch the baby, or the sister can watch the baby, the godmother can
My
watch the
sister
baby.
and my mom can. I know them. I trust them. See, when we was dating, no offense, I already saw your mama smoking and leaving the pot on the stove pot. I'm just gonna be uncomfortable. When we were
Okay, well if you ain't
together,
seen none of that,
when we were
Right.
together, I knew both of us was I was gonna be there. Now we not together. I have to be able to trust you. Okay,
that's
y'all
so
Okay.
answer my
don't get
question,
on me
Jasmine.
too bad. Don't get on me too bad. But can I drive your car? Can I drive your new whip? But then you won't let me drive it by myself. As long as I'm in the car with you, you'll let me drive it. Long as you ain't feeling good, you done drunk too much. Oh, you drive, babe. But okay, now I need the keys. Me and my girls going out. We want to use the whip. Y'all paranoid as hell. If that's how it feels. That's how it feels. You think I'm gonna mess up your rims? You think I'm gonna run over something? You think I'm gonna scratch your paint? You think I'm gonna park
Because we
close to
seen that out of
something?
you. You look how you handle your car. Look how you
Exactly.
handle your car. But you ain't seen my mama do this.
That
So
yeah, that hey, it's
that's
our kid though, Jazz.
yeah,
That ain't our car.
exactly.
This is
No, but
our
that's the
kid.
best comparison. I know it's not the same, Rich, but that's the best comparison that I can give. Is something that you are okay with me using while you're around, but you would be
You're
apprehensive
gonna
of me
drive
taking it by
better with me
myself.
in the car. You're gonna drive better with me in the car, and baby, your car. And I'm gonna be honest. If you know how to drive, you can take the keys here. Get the hell on.
If I know how to
Seriously, you
drive.
can. If you show me when I get in the
If
car,
I know how to
yeah. If you get to the point now, you get out here and you running over curves and baby, if I just don't feel comfortable, you're not finna. I might not even want to listen. I drive.
but
You
that's what
scare the
I'm
shit out of
saying.
me.
The
Uh,
times
but
where we was laying in the bed together when we were together and the baby was crying and you didn't get up, I got up. I don't mind doing it, but that's just a little,
okay, now what
that's
if
just
now
a
what if he
note in
showed
my
you he will?
head.
What if he was the guy that was getting up? What if he was the guy his
Then
mama?
yes, that would
Because
that would help me. But once again, like Rich is saying, he didn't got that new girlfriend he done brought her to the game. See, now you more interested in her than the child. So I'm thinking y'all gonna be laid up in the bedroom. My child gonna be in the room
Oh,
by
Jazz, you
himself.
wrong for that. You see how you going way to the you going to the way, you going
That
to
look,
so
and
you do us.
99.
You see how
that's
you
where
do
that
us?
See
FaceTime
We're
that
come
gonna
in,
have
wrong,
we're
Rich.
gonna
That's
have
Jazz.
where that
sex all day.
FaceTime.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
sex all day.
Jay said, we got a
Sex only
FaceTime. That's
lasted
what we trying
5
to
minutes
see.
with you. Sex
We trying
lasted
to see
five
if the
minutes with
baby
you,
in
but
the
now we're
room
gonna
with
have sex
you.
all day.
Babe, it's
You heard me,
regardless. Y'all could just be
Jazz,
Netflix.
Miss
Y'all
Jazz.
could just be Netflixing and chilling. My baby is in the front, choking on popcorn,
Here she
See,
go with that choking stuff. What?
exactly. And you know what I
choking.
want to say to that. I want to say, listen, the men we don't leave the babies in the bathtub. That be the mamas.
I know that right.
Look,
Shit.
and that be the
Time I come in the bay, man. I'm washing up, get out, dry up, put your
Yeah,
pajamas on.
it's over with. No rubber
the
ducky, none
mamas
of that.
be in there with the boyfriend. That's what I'm saying. Y'all,
You're right.
y'all could be just as paranoid, but that's what I'm saying. It's really according to the relationship that you had before you broke up.
But you'll be
If I
That's
surprised.
not
You'll
true.
be surprised. A lot of men that move. Okay, okay, we not together. Just because I have my child don't mean I'm gonna have another woman around our child.
I don't know. You just trying to make up for lost time. I don't know.
You can now listen. You got to stop trying to
You know
put
what I'm
your
saying? They
reason
they lurking
on
on
his
your
perspective.
Facebook. They lurking on your Instagram. You done took a few pictures outside. I'm thinking you going out a lot now. You done caught somebody.
See, Jay, you thinking why is that negative? Why is that negative connotation in your head though? Why is it
But
so
that's the same
negative?
thing that the guys do. As soon as you move on and you say it's not working, oh, whoever you messing with, whoever you with, you got to assume that we're doing. That's what I'm saying. It's really just a lot of times the trust and the background that you already, if y'all broke up on good terms, on amicable terms, it's much better for the kids. When y'all have went through some drama, some cheating, some fighting, some fussing before y'all broke up, it's always gonna be some negative stuff on top of it. And the only thing you can dangle over that man's head is that kid. He don't care if you take nothing else from him.
But
Listen,
All them clothes, I
why
done
you?
burnt his clothes, honey. His new girlfriend gonna buy him some more clothes. He don't
listen.
care about nothing. Only thing you can do to hurt that
Is
man is
is it
dangle
is
that
it
baby.
But now you got to really put it in perspective. You got to understand people just like you. I don't know if you do understand, but now put it just listen because you got two men right here on the up here on this stage with you.
Yes,
We care about that baby. We do. So
yes.
you got a situation where we split up. Now you say you're gonna dangle. That's the only thing you have. This was your word. You're gonna
hmm
dangle the child over the father's head,
The
and
bitter
it's
one.
like,
Yes.
do you understand that we looking at it like time is passing by? Okay, if I had to get my child this weekend, all right, well shit, the weekend gonna be gone. Then maybe next weekend. Okay, I don't get it next weekend. Then we look at it like, dang, doing this what we could have been doing with this time. Of course, and then it's like that's why a lot of reasons why we fight because me personally, I'm like, kids gonna grow up. I didn't have my mom and dad there every day. When I had my dad, I had my dad. When I had my mom, I had my mom. And now I look at it like, I don't have a problem. My child is with his mom. You're
hmm
with your mama, but it's like what I mean, give us some time sometime. Like stop trying to get us to the point where you want us to beg for the child or it's just like now I gotta call your phone 15 million times just to get you to answer one. Like
It's
you're
the
not really dating it
situation
because
though.
it's not no it's and I don't even think it's a situation because in my situation in no situation why I pretty much ended where it was like nah where it was bad. I don't even we could get to the point where I'm way more smarter than that. Trust me. We don't have to.
But see, it's
We can.
other. It can get so deep. You see what I'm saying? Some baby moms don't want to give the kids because you didn't give her any money, or the child support is not set up yet. They'll dangle the kids over that. Some baby moms will say you disrespectful. You're not getting the kids because you're talking to her the wrong way, or you're not giving her the conversation that she's looking for. Some baby
I
mom is
think.
like, you
I'm
can't
sorry.
get them until I see a stable home, a stable job. You still in the streets, you still living with your girlfriend, or you still living with your home, but I don't want my kid over there. It's so many different reasons of why. And some baby moms are just bitter. But even in a more personal case, yeah, we was together, but I know you may be a drinker, or I know that your patience is shorter than mine. It was fine because I was always around. So guess what? When you was laid out, I had the kids. Or when the kids started making too much noise, I knew to tell them to pipe down. I have to be able to relinquish any apprehensions that I have to be like, okay, I hope he don't do X, Y, and Z.
Is that a
Help
is
me
that a
out, Rich.
man? Is that a man's job to relieve your apprehensions?
Rich. Really, Rich?
yes, yes. Is that our job
Really,
to
Rich?
relieve? Yes,
Yeah,
we want to
because
know. That's how we thinking.
these concerns wasn't there when we decided to say, okay,
Okay,
you're gonna
so
keep this
so
child
Rich,
and you gonna have a baby.
you have a baby mom, Rich. She always depressed. Every time she gets some bad news, she can't get out of the bed. She can't cook. She can't pull herself together. You're not gonna be worried about your child once you leave. You're not gonna be like, dang, I hope she don't go into one of them depression spells,
I
where
got
I
a
she
want to
gonna
say
baby.
get
I
this.
up
got
and
a baby 3,000 miles away from me. I always worried about my baby.
yeah, so that's how sometimes the women will think like, whatever issue she may not trust about the dad. The only difference is, no offense, guys, but she has a choice of saying he not going over there, the baby not going over there. Whereas the guy don't necessarily have a choice unless he want to go through the courts, etc. That's the now I do
Okay.
not agree with that, but that's just the reality of it. You just kind of have to pray and worry about your baby. But if a mom have a certain
Amen.
apprehension,
Amen. You
she
said
can
say that
just say
again,
he's
Daddy.
not going.
We got to pray and leave it up to God.
Right. But if you
Let-
had a choice, maybe you wouldn't have let your child stay over there. But only because you didn't have a choice is why you have no choice but to just pray and leave it up to God. But because the mom is the custodial parent in a breakup, she can pick and choose. And because a lot of women know that they can pick and choose, they do use it to their advantage. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of bitter women that just want to make you suffer will choose, knowing that the child be absolutely fine. They will choose just not to let you have them.
How is that
And
to
this
your
is
advantage,
this
though?
man, this the reverse Uno card. This is what I did with my child. I got the child support in the mail or whatever the case may be. My daughter with me at the time. I call her to her room. I show her the papers. I tell her to read this. She read the paperwork. Next thing you know, her mom calling me. She said, "Did you give our daughter that paperwork?" I said, "Yeah, I let her read it." She said, "Why you do that?" I said, "Because I'm keeping it real with her." She basically don't
Yeah.
know all the ins and outs, but all she know is my daddy take care of me. And
That's
you
it.
trying to get my daddy in trouble with the law. She thinking I'm
Yeah.
about to go to jail. So it destroyed it it killed her relationship with her mama as if in like, hold on now, my dad take care of me. Like what you trying to say? Like why you trying my dad like this?
And
Ever
that's another
since
dynamic. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Rich. Finish off. Finish off,
but
Rich.
yeah, shit, ever since then she stopped that.
yeah.
Uh because it was she was trying to play the system, and I know a lot of women use that against her, but hey bro, if you really been in your child's life from jump and you got a good relationship with your child, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you don't, but see, when you do keep it, when you get a chance to keep it real with them.
But see, that was a good thing, Rich. But I also noticed your daughter was old enough to read. You see what I'm saying? So she passed that threshold. You already had her. So she's already, the mom's already showing, you know what I'm saying, the course basically that she trusts you with the child. You was taking care of the child was there when you got served. So, that's a better situation. Your daughter is old enough to speak for herself, to say she wants to go to her dad's house. She wants to stay over here. She's fine, you know. She's old enough where you can send her a pizza, and she take care of herself, clean up behind herself. I was just speaking for like the first beginning of, the situation when the baby is 9 months old, 2 years old, and y'all are fighting over the kid because it's like, give me my baby, but no, you don't want to be with me. I mean, hormones and everything is still just all over the place.
What put it in a woman's head that doing this gives her some type of control or advantage?
I mean, this is what Granny did. This is what aunties did, cousins did. It goes all the way back. When you think about,
No, 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 no. Grandmama, my grandma was born in like 1945, so she probably started having kids probably about 1946. So, uh, by 1947, they was not doing this.
no,
No, just
okay,
listen.
so it
Look,
wasn't a
but
baby
in the
mama
60s
drama,
and the
but what I'm
70s, these are like this. Okay, I'm gonna say this is like the 70s babies and down that started this behavior. Like,
but what I'm saying is, regardless, well, you're correct first, but what I guess the point that I was trying to say was, babies have always been the bond and the joint between people. So even when granddaddy was stepping out and cheating, Miss Velma, then got pregnant by him because she wanted everybody to know that was her man too. Kids is always gonna be that bond to you, and some women, not all, and I do not believe it, but some women are under the impression and they're taught, get that man a baby, and it's like it's not going to keep him, but it's going to bond you to him. And so when you leave, That's the only way that some women can see to hurt you. You can't take his money. He gonna go make some more. You
Hold on
know,
now,
if
Miss
you mess
Jackson.
up his
Now you
car,
saying that the women using these babies to trap us?
it's a form of hurt, in my opinion. Because, okay, back in the day, ladies would cut up the clothes and the shoes. He done got some more of that. That didn't do nothing. You know, they put some sugar in his tank. Girl, he done filed an insurance claim on that. What really pulls on a man's heartstrings is his kids. The man be caring more about the kids than the woman.
So
Then he
that's
cares
fucked up
about the
that you
actual
saying
woman.
use it. So that's fucked up that some women have that ideology and okay, I'm gonna use this to hurt this man. When you
But guess
damn sure
what? The
know that
man
this
knows that the
man love this
woman,
baby.
but the man knows how much the woman care about him. And he leaves to hurt her. Sometimes,
Nah,
Rick.
not really.
Sometimes.
Not really.
What's the
If
threat? The
nah,
threat is I'm gonna take the baby, and the threat to him is I'm gonna leave.
and then on top of that,
The
we
man
if
say
we
he's
do
gonna
know if
leave,
we
or the man say he's not gonna pay. The
I
woman
got you
say
on
she ain't
top
gonna sleep with him, or the woman say no, you can't see your kids.
on top of that that man knowing how much you care about him, he don't mind you having that child. He don't mind you keeping that child. So now we're not even gonna give you any type of pushback on something we love that much. But whenever you get the whatever happens in whatever time, you can act, that's fine for you to feel like you got the advantage or this control. Because if directly if that man hurts you in any kind of way, guess what he's doing? You don't know, but he's hurting a child. Anytime that
Right,
man hurts you, so every time you hurting him, you're hurting your child.
right,
So
right.
how do y'all if y'all know what's the deal with that?
I just
Why y'all
don't think women think about it. I think that they're hurting so bad, they're angry so bad, and they know it will hurt you. A lot of people move without thinking. A lot of people do. It's not
I'm gonna tell
uncommon
you
to just be upset and just lash out or make a bad decision. But all you're trying to do is hurt.
let
You're
me ask you
trying to hurt
this.
the other person.
Throughout this journey, what was the worst thing you have ever witnessed a man do while being hurt from not being able to see his child?
Um, wanting to fight, wanting to fight the mom. I saw where they're pulling on the kid. He trying to pull, one end of the child. She pull on. It was just horrible. Like, everybody stop. Like, this child gonna be effed up. You know what I'm saying? But all he was trying
Well,
to do was take his child with him. But she just wasn't ready to let go.
now, but because she let go, and then you got to think about how would you feel if now you get the man is awarded full custody of this child, he gonna let that child go stay over his mama house, his
Right,
brother house, his
right.
all these hoes house, but when you ask, no, because we want the advantage and we got control. We want the
Mm.
advantage and we got control. So when you want to see the child, now no, and
Shit,
then the child want
let's
and then the
simplify.
child want to come over there. The child want to come over there for the weekend. I want to go to mama house, and it's like, no,
But
no,
see, that's
you can't go.
but that's the type of grandmother I would want to be. I would just want to be the mediator between both of them, and hopefully I have built a relationship, with my son's girlfriend or wife to say, if that baby come over here to my house, it's gonna be okay. I can't control what he's doing, who he's dating, that new girlfriend. I know he said he wasn't cheat. I'm sorry, but if the baby comes to my house, the baby's gonna be okay. If you call, I'm gonna answer. I send you pictures, FaceTime, whatever. Take some time, go get yourself together. Go get your hair done and stuff. Go get relaxed, get some rest. But that's how it should be. A lot of when the couple cannot get along, then that's when some type of matriarch between them should be able to
I know, but these
kind of
matriarchs, y'all
mediate.
women are not doing that. Y'all, they not doing that. They not getting it. And then I'm gonna tell you this: I don't like the fact when these mamas are helping these women when they're doing this to these men. I don't like the fact that these women are giving them helping them be like a little crutch. Here,
But
do it
that's
on
why it
me.
becomes generational. Mama did it. She telling her daughter to get some money out of it. That man, he don't give you no money. No, he ain't gonna see. But the moms is doing it too, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just grateful and blessed that I did not have that type of situation. And so my mom has had to step in plenty of times to say, I'll meet him to get a baby and I'll meet him to get him back. And I was fine with it because I knew he was gonna be okay, and he knew that the baby would be okay. But his mom was completely different.
What was
If you
his
got
mom
That's
like?
some
true.
type of
That's
trust,
true.
hmm,
I just wish they simplified it into where like, man, they really make it to like, well, that's your child. You got to prove to the court that that's even your child before you even get the first right. You
yeah,
got to spend all this money to get the child legitimized. That's fucking
right,
retarded.
right.
What do you mean I got to prove that this baby is mine? I got to spend all this money just to say this baby is mine, just to get
Right.
back on, not even 50-50 to get on the playing field
But
to
Rich, do
put,
you believe?
And, and then
Rich,
listen,
do you
but
believe?
she could just go and put anybody on child support for that baby.
right.
She can literally go, and if the
I
man just think
seen,
about that, if the man don't respond back, they're just going to put him on child support. You get so
I
long to
seen it.
respond back, and if you don't respond back, you just gonna be on child support.
You're
But
correct.
now, once you on child support, you still got to go pay money to prove that this child is yours. To even try to at least let me see the child I'm paying for.
Man, it costs about 2,500 to get your child legitimized. That ain't
20.
still ain't having no rights. That's just saying that goddamn the baby is mine through the court side. Like,
And
bro,
then, but see,
and you
now,
talk about you, and the woman might
go
say,
ahead.
"Oh, well, he don't give me no money. Oh, he don't give me no money." Man, do you know the hoops you putting this man through just to try to get half on, just to get squared with his child?
But speaking of hoops, Rich, that's why I wanted to ask you. I think I know Jay's opinion on it, but I wanted to ask you, do you feel like it is a great compromise to at least meet her halfway when it comes to the treatment and a conversation? Let's say you haven't been legitimized. Let's say you guys are at odds. But if she say, I need to know where my baby staying, or I need to know where y'all going. I just feel like since I'm a boy mom, we gonna have to bend a little bit to say, listen, we going to the movies, then we going to the mall, then we going to the jumpy house.
No, I
Because
don't. I
if
don't feel
that's
it's
what she
necessary to tell
needs
you
to
my
go
schedule.
on, give her answer so she can go on.
You're right. You're right. Now I can finesse the situation. I would tell you where your child will be laying their head at. Yes, that's
Yes,
a fact. You need to know where your child laying your head at. I agree with that. But as far
yes.
as letting you know my itinerary, no,
No, some
that is
moms
not.
will ask a question, but because the dads don't feel like they should be questioned, you got a big argument in the parking lot. Y'all done met it to sit go, and she like, where you taking him? And he like, man, don't worry about that. Now she trying to snatch him back. There is no legitimation yet. So
That's
now
true.
you got people speeding off. My thing is, like I said, as a boy mom, I'm gonna have to teach my son. Tell her, please tell her so she can go on about her business. If she
And I
FaceTime,
totally agree with
please
that.
FaceTime, please answer the phone. I don't care if it's just for a minute. Here he go, right here. Here he
Right,
go,
and
right
being that
here in the ice cream. So she can go on about her business.
you're completely right. I'm not. What you're saying right now is completely right because one thing I talk to my partners, and that's the ones that didn't have fathers in their life. I'm like, bro, what's your biggest grief with your dad? They be say, bro, honestly, bro, my biggest grief with my dad is not like, all right, my mom, okay, if she was tripping, bro, I'm tripping on you because you ain't figure out how to finesse it.
Just
Like,
finesse it and move on.
right. So I agree with you
Okay.
totally on that. I agree with you totally. Like,
Because sometimes that's all the woman needs. She just needs to feel like she got control of the. Okay, you do. Good. Good for you. Good for you. Please go on, ma'am. Please go on. And
but
make sure
just
you
like
tell your mama not to do her hair. We gonna tell her. We gonna tell her. Go on, baby. We gonna tell her. I ain't gonna touch your baby hair. Go on. But when you go back and forth and Yeah, I'm gonna do her hair as long as she with me. Guess what she doing? She calling in to say you not supposed to have a baby. She know you ain't legitimized, and you having to turn the baby back in. You got the Amber Alerts and all that stuff, and it's like, just give her what she needs so she can go on.
Let me ask you something, Miss Jazzy. When you
Huh?
dating a man, is it certain? Let me ask you a question. When you dating a man, especially you find yourself having a child by him, is it certain characteristics of his that you pick up and start to take on?
Be a little bit more specific.
Is it certain characteristics? Like, is it certain things that he may show you, he may do that you may pick up and start doing? Is it certain sayings that he may start saying?
Yeah, I mean,
You may start saying, right?
as we progress in our relationship, we gonna be saying the same things, having the same jokes, all that. Yeah.
Oh, right. So he's only saying the same things back that you're saying to him. That's it. You said that when he telling you, you know what I'm saying, no, I'm not finna give you a phone call. No, I'm not finna tell you this and that. No, I'm not. You didn't told him that. That's why he's telling you that. You have
But
already
that's
been
what
to
I'm
the
trying
point
to
of super.
explain, Jay.
No,
Once
it's not a point.
once you
No,
break
people
up
have
with her,
real.
she's
Wait a
mad.
minute, Miss
She
Jazzy.
has
Wait a
the
minute.
upper
Wait a minute, Miss
hand.
Jazzy. Wait a minute, Miss Jazzy. Listen, a man, we're not thinking about no upper hand, the lower hand, or nothing that. We just thinking about how this person have treated us. And sometimes your subconscious would just go off. Hey, this is how you know. You got to understand. Like it's like you sit right here dealing with an untamed animal. You think that you finna just think you know what I mean? I seen how this damn horse coming at me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna sit right here, baby, think you finna finesse this horse unless you really have this real superior education. Then even if you do, guess what? You might have to get somebody else to break them. You know, if you really don't have a real detailed knowledge, I'm talking about specifically. Then you get into different breeds. You can't do them the same way. So no, I feel as if like the man is telling that woman that because the only reason why that's what she done told him that so many times. So no, I'm not finna tell you that. No, you went in and got my son a haircut. You would have got him a first haircut first, and now I'm finna go get a haircut. Now you want to know who cut his hair? But did you tell me who cut his hair? When you got his haircut? When you went and did when you was letting somebody keep him when I wanted to keep him, did you tell me who was keeping him when I was asking you? You telling me no, that ain't none of my business. You thought it was cute. You thought it was funny. Now when I do it, it's unreasonable. It's like now I gotta finesse you. No, I'm not trying to sit here and finesse you. When I wanted to finesse you and want to try to keep it cute, then you was being completely unreasonable. So now it's to the point that no, it's no. Everything is no. I'm not telling you nothing. The only thing I'm telling you is I was with you. I trust you with the child. When the child with me, because I'm not calling you Monday. What if the man calling her Monday, asking y'all woke up, y'all got ready for school? What y'all eat? Let me see my baby. This and that. That just really get to the point. It's just too much. Now when I'm got this intricate time, this intimate time to spend with my child, now I got to worry about you calling, asking me, asking the child where you at, who you with,
Some mundane
what
ass
y'all doing,
questions.
you know, and it's just nothing. These questions ain't going nowhere. You already know the child is going to stay with, going to be at the dad house. You just asking unreason. It's just unreason. You just trying to be there. And the man, we get to the point. We're not trying to. It gets just so annoying and irritating because what are you doing? What are you asking? It's not leading to nothing. You're sitting right here just lonely. You're sitting right here bugging boo. You know what I'm saying, baby? Please.
It will die down though, don't you think? Over
Yeah,
time.
it will die down, but in the moment, baby, in the
Right.
moment, us being, we're feeling like, listen, sweetheart, no, no, I'm not, no, because I feel if a man have any respect and any type of real reason about himself, then you got to understand, you got to try to finesse her. Come on, all right, I'm you know what I'm saying, all right. It's good when you finessing her, but then when you get to the point, you understand when you finessing her, she trying to figure out the damn finesse. Now she to figure that out. Now it's like now when
And
you
I'm not saying to just give her
now
the
when you
upper
now when
hand
it,
and
now when you like
let
okay now when you being reasonable with it, yeah, okay, you can keep him this weekend. Okay, you can keep him this weekend. All right, okay, cool, you keep him. All right, can I get him this weekend? No. God damn. You know what I
That's
mean?
why.
Like you done
I'm not
kept him
saying to let
every
her
weekend,
disrespect
every
you
Monday through
and,
Sunday. Monday through
go too
Sunday, and
far.
now hold on right quick, Miss Jackson. But you done
Okay.
kept him all this time. And I just asked, can I get and I've been asking very nicely. So now it gets to a point like I didn't already did what you asked me to do. But now she get to the point I can't finesse her. I can't. So go
Really,
ahead.
the finesse is really, to be honest with you, once y'all have a, if you ain't married and y'all decide to have a baby, ain't no more sex. It's over with. We ain't finna confuse nothing.
Right.
It's over with.
Right.
We finna strictly make this a business and paternal relationship.
Right.
Right. But then, now that we got them like, okay, I got one that my daughter, hell, she about 800 miles away. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's almost like what we do then. Because then you get to a point like, bro, these phone conversations, and you know what I'm saying, but she's still not gonna not really allow me to see this child. She not, bro.
See, and that's on her. That's on
You
her.
know what I'm
But
saying?
when the
And
time,
then,
but I ain't finna get in it because I already know you my partner. When that time come and she is ready to enter your life, you gonna say, "Well, here go, baby girl. There your room right there. I've been waiting on you. Your room right there. Go ahead. Your room, you all set up. You good. I've been waiting on you. Daddy ain't never forgot about you. Forgot where you was.
right.
That's
But
how
then,
I
like
did
I
it.
say, we got to worry about these moments though. These like the moments that it's not happening. That's why like the women they feel like they have the advantage or they have that control because okay, until that actually happened, then it's just like you got to deal with this bullshit in the meantime,
Because I mean, the reason why it's so much bullshit we got there because it's in the contract. It's in the government. It's out of our hands. It's already made up. We're in this Western world where it's already
Correct.
the woman is the bearer of that child.
And they
You
know
are
it.
a nobody. You are a ghost. She had that baby with a ghost. That's God, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And the
bro, if you're
women know
not
that
married in the
and take
eyes and you
advantage.
have a child outside of wedlock in America, bro, that's a ghost
hmm
baby. Let's keep it real. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
we,
but
That's
in
why
order
I'm
to
pro finesse.
they ain't even looking at it as a finesse. Like, Mitch,
No, I said, but that's why I'm pro finesse because since you are a ghost, that's the only way,
okay, I got you. I got what you're saying.
That's
I got what you're
why,
saying.
I'm just saying, don't let her disrespect you. No, you don't even have to sleep with her, but the little things that she is asking for, that's within reason, I'm for it. If she need a picture, if she need an address, if she need to vent for a minute, I'm with it. Unmute and say, I understand. I'm sorry you're going through that. Can I see my kid? I
Yeah,
okay
really,
now
I
listen.
feel what Jazz is saying.
I
Jazzy
Yeah,
got to
but
be
really,
see,
smarter than the situation.
yeah,
yeah.
but Jazzy got
She ain't
she
never
not
went through the situation. She don't know
yeah
how men really get
she
emotional
not
about
going
their
through
child.
yeah
No, that's
because
I've had to
now
be a
it's looking
mediator though,
like
Rich. I have.
no,
You
but
hear my
now
uncle and his girl getting into it, and I've had to say, listen, I'll be the one. He ain't gonna have around that new girl. Let me come and get her. Let me come get the baby. Because he
or
in the
listen
background calling her all out of a name. We ain't gonna see the
oh,
baby that way.
right, but see you ain't okay in my terms right because I've been in a position where it's a serious situation when your air condition go out in your house. And I come over there, and you ain't been letting me see my son. And I come over there thinking, okay, if I come and fix your air conditioner, you're gonna be sweeter to me. Because I already know you're not gonna pay me, now I come and fix it, and then you still not let me see my son, or you let me see my son one weekend, then now you go back to playing. Like I didn't like how then what the man gonna think? Oh, you just gonna let me see my son just this one time? Now you just gonna do him like that? Then it's just back to the same old thing. Like how nice do I have to be to you? How how much finesse do I have? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to finesse you no more. I'm trying. If I'm gonna help you out, I'm gonna help you out. We ain't even got to go through this. This is like that's what I'm saying. You ain't got the advantage. Like, baby, if I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna help you, no matter what. But you know what I mean. Now, after I keep helping you, being not that, I can't. You can't be nice enough to him. You can't. You can give them money. They ain't fix their stuff for free. Because you don't even get that many men who have like these different little trades that, you know what I'm saying, that do it very well. And you can say that about every damn profession. So whatever profession y'all guys are in, y'all doing, you know what I mean, I salute y'all. But in my case, I'm a
Tell
tradesman.
us, Jay, she don't even know if she got a man that can build a house.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it's just like now you call me with something over there goddamn fucked up, and I come over there and you know the price of this shit. You know they're gonna come and tear your head all the way off because you don't know nobody. Your daddy can't fix this. Okay, your partner can't fix this. So now I come over there and get you out the way for free, but you still treat me mean. And I ain't
Well,
saying
if
that out
she's
the way to you.
bitter and if she's in her feelings, she gonna think that that's the least that you could have did. No offense, but if she's already feeling some type of way, she hasn't gotten anything from you in 3 months, and then you come, it's like, well, that's the
What?
least that
No,
you
no, no,
could
no,
do.
no, no. That's not the. I'm on child support. You know what I'm saying? I'm still taking care of my kids. It's not the lead. See, I think that's the thing that a woman do. What did I sense out of women? Like y'all always put like the worst situations. Like that's not occurring.
No, but I didn't say
That's not.
anything about money. I said if she has not heard from you in 3 months, I didn't say anything
You,
about money.
I've been calling asking to see get my son every weekend. That's
It
what
could
I
be
said.
a
I said I've been.
situation. I don't know exactly. For me, I don't need your money. Not you, but the father. I don't need his money. That's not the biggest thing on the totem pole. If I could just build a trusting relationship that you're gonna let me talk to the baby while he's away, because I'm so, we have a schedule. So the days that I don't have him, I'm missing my kid. I'm wondering what is he doing, what he eats. If I could get that, I'm fine. Even if you send me a picture of him sleep, I can look at my baby and see if he's okay. That's all I pretty much need. It's just when you kind of get stubborn and it's like, well, he's on my time. I don't have to do that. Now you done make me a little uncomfortable. I'm just not feeling it. But if you're willing to do that, I would love the time off. You know what I'm
Okay, I'm
saying?
gonna say
And
this.
when the
I'm
women
gonna say
take the
this.
anger out of their heart, they'll actually see that when you give your kid to their dad, you actually have some me time to get a lot of stuff done for yourself.
Okay, let me say this, and I want you to just stick to what I'm asking you. Right? I go over there I call. I keep it simple because I don't want to bother you. I'm not. I don't care if you have a boyfriend or not, but I'm just gonna still give you respect. My son, he do know how to call me on the phone, and I understand he only gonna call when you give him the phone and give him permission to call. And you gonna do it when probably if he asks you spontaneously, you feeling nice, whatever. But I call after on Friday. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking to get my son. You tell me no. I'm not asking the reason why. I'm going about my business. Your reason is what your reason is because I'm pretty much upset. And if I keep talking to you, it probably won't end well. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Then you still getting child support, whatever. That don't really matter because at this time it just is what it is. It just come out, right? So just the time just going. I'm asking you this every Friday. I'm not, I just wish you would respect my household the same way. Don't keep calling my household. It is what it is because we're not together. So my girlfriend is not going to want you keep calling because it's not that serious. It's not that important. You got to realize it's not that serious. So, and if you have a man or whatever situation, a significant other, he's probably not going to want me to keep calling. You know what I'm saying? We can get this child a phone. You know what I mean? Because especially now you're calling my phone. It's like I have to answer, and it's just to the point like now you want to ask me questions, and ma'am, let's not do that because now I have this lady who I am entertaining, and can this just can we not do that? And I just I've been nice to you. I haven't gone out of my way to do anything crazy. If you ask me to help you out, I help you out. I'm being nice to you. I haven't been disrespectful. If the child is coming over, yeah. Matter of fact, when the child come over, we can FaceTime you. We can do that. So if we are FaceTiming you, we doing what get to the point? What's gonna get the woman to the point where now she can feel like she won't control in the advantage?
You already at square one. You trying to figure it out. That's the problem. Ain't no figuring it out.
Say it again, cause I didn't hear you, bro. I mean, how y'all reacted to it?
I say you're trying to figure it out. That's the hard part.
Right, because it's just like with me, bro. It's like a woman. I always feel like that women make it to the point where it's like they trying to make it seem like the man that done something bad or mean to them. We ain't doing nothing. You know, it get to the point where you have done this shit so many times where now I have to fucking do something. Who in the hell gonna sit right here? You know what I mean? Just like, you know, if a man just keep slapping you upside the head, at a certain point, man, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
mean, at a certain
understand
point, you
that.
just cannot just sit right there. At least throw your goddamn hand up or something. Like, you just gonna keep it. You gonna
But
get tired of getting beat up.
when you
You gonna get
said
tired of getting
that
beat up.
you asked her if you could see the baby Friday and she said no, I don't think I heard whether she said no, you can't get them Friday, but you can get them Saturday, or even if you said, okay, if I can't get them Friday, what day can I get them? Like, I think sometimes it's just a little bit of maturity. Like, can I get the baby Friday? No. Well, then F it then. Instead of, when can I get them? What day can I get them? What weekend can I get him? He's about to be out for spring break. He's about to be out for summer break. When can I get him? And maybe hold her accountable to that, or even like you said, once again, my finesse. If you did, you know, just send a child support payment. Maybe ask her around that time, the times that she call you and say she need help with something. You might want to ask her around that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's right, but it may actually work. Once again, I'm the boy mom, so I already know we may have to finesse a little bit. Unfortunately, like Richie said, these laws is horrible. It should be 50-50, but it's honestly not. And even when you go through the legitimation process, which I've been through that as well with a mate, they're gonna give you a parenting plan. It's gonna be the same on that paper. Who get Mother's Day? Who get Father's Day? Who gonna get the first Christmas, the second? What days are important to you? What days are important to her? And so, if you don't have that done or started quite yet, why not kind of mock it to say, okay, I can't get them Friday, but when? What time? Can I meet you somewhere? Can we just start at the park? But just see what she will say yes to. That's what my answer would be.
Yeah, but then she's not gonna say yes to anything because no, I hear exactly what you're saying, but when you've done that, no, she's not.
Well,
Because this is the thing. I do understand because we had several conversations. If I don't get them Friday, that means no, you're not getting them this weekend. Once I ask can I get them? That means if you say yes, that means yeah, okay, I'm getting the whole weekend. If you say no, don't ask on Saturday or Sunday. Don't do that because we already know that. So that's the point. Like once you know a person, because I don't really want to have to go all the way into detail, but it's like, see, you get it to the point where when you're explaining it and you're breaking it down like with a lot of detail, and it's like, ma'am, I didn't have to go that deep, but we already wrote this down. Like if I don't get them, well, if I get them Friday, you bring them back, Monday. But if you don't get them Friday, then no, you're not getting them the weekend. We doing something that weekend. So, just to keep zero, and I feel like you giving it to me from a perspective almost like it's almost like it sounds like you want that man to talk to you.
I mean, we do have a kid together, so we're gonna have to communicate. I don't want to hear your voice as much as you don't want to hear mine, but the kid, once again, at a certain age, is not it's only so much you can do via text. When they get older, like you said, they have their own phone. Call your daddy when you want to go see him. Let me know where we're meeting. But when they're younger, we have to communicate. Like, we
Well,
got to
I
get
know,
over
but
the
if the
fact that we
child
don't
is
like
with
each
you,
other anymore.
if the child is with you, ma'am, it ain't about us liking. If I don't get my child Friday, what am we communicating about Saturday? Because I
I
don't
may
have
have
my.
plans Friday where you can't you it's not a good day to get him Friday, but Saturday it may be better.
No, I'm saying, did you hear what I said? We discussed if I don't get him on Friday, like, and then that'll be the thing. If I could get him, if she was agreeing about me get him on Saturday, she would just say no. She the type. Now we doing something. Or I just drop him off Saturday morning. She'll say that, but
Right.
it's just like no. If when it's no, it's no. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know
When
why
the
she's
no
saying
comes,
no?
do you?
No, that's what I'm asking.
No, I don't. That's what I'm trying to
Uh,
figure out. Like, because that's why I want a woman's perspective. Why is women
no,
doing
as a
this?
mom,
And it's
I
like
wouldn't tell. I
women,
wouldn't tell you no.
women get to the point where it's like y'all like to find a way, try to find a way to scramble up out of it and try to kind of like defend it, like go around it and defend it and try to find every single way it can possibly work. But why don't you do? Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do this? Try this. Lady, do you understand what this damn devil put me through over here?
No, as a mom,
This
if we have a
unreasonable piece of
trusting,
this unreasonable damn thing that I just found myself loving a while ago. Do you understand what she's acting like now? Then on top of that, her mama aided her with shit. Now you over here suggesting shit that it's like, ma'am, that shit. You know,
if
we
we're
beyond
respecting
that
each
point.
other
We
and
beyond
we
that.
have a trusting relationship, I would have no reason to tell you no. I would actually want the break, especially on the weekend. So I can't really answer for her. I'm not sure if she's just not over it, if she just still has a little bit of bitterness in her heart. But if we're respecting each other, you gave me my little conversation, you answered the questions that I had, I don't have any problem with giving him to you. So I can make my plans.
You sound like a one of one right now. One of one right now, for real. Because I'm
I
like,
do. I mean,
I've
mine
been
be
trying to
wanting to
figure out why
break.
my kids' mama don't act like that. Why my like none of them act like that.
You done
None
mess
of
them
them.
up in the head, Jay. I don't know. They all wrapped up over you. I don't know. I'm ready to get a break. I'm ready to make a hair appointment, a nail appointment, a massage appointment. Come and get them. Long as I know, that we're on the same page as far as, the little concerns that I have. Come and get them. Then you gonna take them to school Monday? Oh, I'm with it. That means I don't have to wake up early. I'm with it.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, I haven't experienced that. And then that's another thing too. Is like women, when we talk to you, you kind of talk so good. Y'all say this thing, but it's like when I have kids by you, because none of the women said they'll put me on child support. All of them was totally against it. That they agreed, like, oh, I never do this. Said out their own mouth, they put me on child support. So I'm like, I'm listening to you now saying, how you'll be, but I'm like, dang, I done heard women say things, and it's like they did the exact opposite.
Well, in our relationship, you might have been buttering me up. Now that we broke up, you talking to you talking to me sideways. You know what I'm saying?
What if I
I
wasn't
don't have
buttering
to
you
be
up?
my kid to you. If you're gonna call me out of my name, hang up the phone, be rude, be short, tell me what you don't have to do. As a mom, that know I have full rights. I don't have to drop them off to you. But if you just keep that humble pie, talk with respect, and give that good smile that you gave to me when we was together, you can get them. Just be nice.
Listen, you didn't even want me smiling you didn't want me smiling like that at nobody else but you when we was together. So now that I'm with a new girl, I still got to smile like that at you.
Come on, Rich. How you get them in the first place is how you get them back. Not in a relationship, but I'm saying how you made you know what to say and what to do. Not in a flirtatious way, but how she likes to be treated as far as just decency. Just give her that back. A lot of times, the couples when they not together anymore, they speak with anger. And then people just take advantage of that. Like, I don't have to
No,
deal
because
with it.
y'all women make us angry. Y'all women make us angry, Miss Jazzy. Y'all make us angry with y'all antics.
Man, I'm
Y'all make
so
us
pro
angry with
finesse.
y'all
Finesse
logic.
her and get that baby.
Huh?
Finesse her and get
I
that
mean,
baby.
you got to give me some. But to you, what you gonna finesse me? You gonna because I'm like I'm just gonna feel like the biggest little bitch shit is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna feel like the biggest little bit because
Do
I'm
you
like,
have the baby
hello,
on the back seat? That's the goal.
no, that's what I'm saying. No, Because now
You
she gonna
got to
still not
finesse
give me the baby.
first, then you gonna get them.
How? Well, give me. How do I start off? Tell me.
Listen,
Because
she needs a break. That's first. She
I just
needs
asked,
and
how
she
do I
wants a
start
break.
off? Okay, well, how do I start off by finessing?
Um, hey,
Because you're a boy mom.
hey, how you doing? Just checking on baby boy. Oh, he good. Okay, well, I've been missing him. Let me get him for you. So you can have some some girl time. Let me get him. I'll take him.
I
No, no.
told you.
Okay, well, what day is good for you? What day?
I don't know right now.
Okay, well, do the school have a calendar? You know what I'm saying? What school you at right now? I'll just
He's not in
ask them
school.
for a calendar. I see that they're about to be out for teacher planning day in about 2 weeks. Let me get them in.
He's not in school. We got something planned.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe after the plans, after y'all done, I can scoop them up from there. I got to
I,
see my
I,
son. I need to see him.
let me
I
let me
need
let
to
me
see
call
my
you
baby.
back. Let me call you back. Let me call you back.
Okay, well, after that payment hit, I'ma call her back.
That's the only time I do call her. On
After that
Friday here.
payment hit, I'ma call her back.
That's that come with it now. That's almost like you know what I mean, like having your driver's license, like you just expect that.
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna
So
also ask to speak to my son. I miss you. I miss you, baby boy. You know, me and your mama, we trying to talk to see when I can get you.
no, I tell you, I ain't trying to talk to that.
See what I'm talking about?
She unreasonable. You hear your mama. You hear your
No,
mama. She
me
said
and
you
mama,
hear
me and
your
your
mama.
mama.
You hear your mama trying to keep you away from me. She over here being unreasonable. You hear this?
No, no, me and mama, we trying to
Yeah.
figure out when I'm gonna get you. I'm so excited. Like Rich said, I got your
We
room
could,
ready. I got your
then
toys ready.
my son be like, Father, what you been trying to figure it out? It's simple. Just come and pick me up. Just come pick me up.
Oh,
I'm at my mama's house right now. Come pick me up. Tell your
Rich
mama I'm on
told
the
you
way.
what to do. Tell him what's in his room. He gonna want to
Tell,
come. He gonna bug her.
tell, you, tell your mama I'm on the way. She hang up the phone.
He gonna bug her. That your baby gonna bug her. As soon as you say, "Man, I got your toys over here. I'm ready to see you." He gonna bug. He gonna bug his mama.
Listen, I think she started punishing him for bugging him. You bug me, you get punished. Serious. Because I'm like, well, I guess she just take the phone away from him because he'll get to the point where they'll stop calling. And then
Yeah,
which kids are like more like their
gravitate towards
mama's
you. Yeah,
boys. Yeah, so it's like,
yeah,
I know you're not allowing him to call me. So,
yeah.
and I don't think
Mom
you
know
speaking.
too.
I think you speaking from a perspective of from a mama who who definitely is controlling, but
Oh,
you're not the point that you're controlling enough. Like you're not. I don't. Well, I think yo. I don't know. Let me not say that. I don't think you. I don't think you have to be that controlling. Yeah, I don't think you have to be that controlling. I think that he just giving you the control you need to have. I think he probably just nice to you any dang on way. Am I right?
I would say somewhat. I think he's probably taking his time right now to do him. And so he's probably fine with just calling, just FaceTiming, and he don't necessarily feel the need to get him because at the time he had him. He could see him every day. And I think once it wears off, that's when I'm gonna need my break. And
Mm.
so, just keep praying and it's all gonna work out.
But you said when he turned 10?
No, I changed it. Once Rich and you got on me, I changed it to 5. Because the kids are very advanced. They have cell phones. You know,
Yeah.
and so yeah, at 5, he can speak for himself. He can tell me what he did, if he okay, if
These
he
kids can do that at 3.
yeah. No, what you know what?
Yeah, 2. 2 and 3 years old, these kids already know what. Shit, they talking good, and they working. They already got them Instagram profile already. What you missing?
So at 3, my child was
Yeah.
like still like getting ear infections or coming back home with like a snotty nose, not
Okay, I'm
anything
finna think you a
serious,
bad
but
mama now,
it's
Miss
like he
Jazzy. Miss
forgot to
Jazzy,
put his hat
Miss
on.
Jazzy, Miss Jazzy, Miss Jazzy. I'm finna think you a bad mama. Your kid had ear infection, and snotty nose.
That's why I said because he forgot to put his hat on. You see what I'm saying? You done took him to the game with you, or you done took him, and you forgot to zip that coat up. You forgot to put his hat on, and it's just like that's like the little stuff that we may nitpick about.
Well, he must have told you he forgot to put his coat on or his jacket on.
No, I just knew, like the jacket would still have the tag on it, or I say, "Where is the hat that I packed?" And it's like, I don't know where the hat is at. Okay,
You in Georgia?
I'm in Georgia.
Okay. Uh, um, some I don't know how country is, what part of Georgia you in, but some country folks still keep the tag on their clothes. So
No,
that's
but
what they
you
probably
can
do.
just, a mom can tell he
I'm
had an
messing
ear
with
infection because that hat went on, or you got his head wet when you gave him a bath.
you. Hmm.
You done took him outside while he's still damp. That's just normal mom stuff. Now, like I said, there are some bitter moms out there that's just doing too much. Let it go.
Do you
Stop
got some
being so
friends that
pushy.
some bitter mamas?
Um, I've had some that I've had to kind of calm down and talk some sense into.
Let me know what you done had to do. Tell me, give me an example.
I've got one that recently blocked the father. He can't call at all. She said he was disrespectful, so she wanted to get the last
So he
word.
can't dial no star 67, none of that.
It's blocked. I think even if he
How you
did,
block star? Let's tell me that. How you block star 67?
no, I'm saying even if he does dial *67, she's probably gonna hang up as soon as she hears his voice. And
Mm.
I just think you can't do that. It don't matter how much you don't like him. You done procreated with him.
What
Be
she
mad
say?
at yourself. Be mad at yourself. You
What
did
she
it.
say? Oh,
Sometimes he'll
she's
calm
okay.
down. You know, we still
So what
working
you a
on it.
life? What you a life coach like at church or something?
You know what? Don't start.
You in a
No, a
church
lot of
group or
people
something, Miss
think
Jazzy?
a lot of people think that I have good advice, and I have been through, a good amount of things. So, you know, I try to get through things gracefully, and people just ask me for advice.
You know,
I'm pretty easy to talk to, so when we talk,
you are.
I'm like, "You blocked them? I blocked them." Like, okay, tomorrow you need to unblock. You can
How
have
old
your
is
moment,
she? How
but
old is she? How old is she?
she's in her 30s.
So
Right is right and
she
wrong
was
is wrong.
angry. If she blocked him in her 30s, she was angry as hell at his
She's
ass.
hurt. She's hurt. She's hurt.
What she do?
She
She
wanted.
cheated on him.
No, she wanted to work it out. He didn't. So she's
What did he
hurt.
say? What did he say that was wrong? You don't have to. No, you
Um,
don't have to.
he found somebody else. So
How
she's
you feel
hurt.
about that?
I think he hurt her, and it was wrong to hurt her. You should have did that before you procreated and had kids. A lot of people know that that's not their person, but you get them pregnant anyway, or they get pregnant anyway. It's not right.
How
It's
do
not
people know
right.
that that's not their person? Because us men sometimes we'll stick around just to try to make sure we work it out.
Yeah, but sometimes even when you know that the female is pregnant, you happy that a baby is coming, but you be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because you kind
Yeah,
of
because how
already
you
know.
acting. Because how you acting, you showing the signs.
But
You
once
showing the
again, it's
signs of
not
a bitter
fair.
baby mama.
You should have knew that. She was
No,
turning
you
you
ain't start
off.
acting like that. You just
She
now
was
start acting like that. A bitter
she
baby
was
mama.
turning you off before before you did that last good deed in that bedroom.
Have you have you ever been a bitter baby mama?
No, not that I know of.
Not that you know of.
I mean, I think that if you asked them, they would probably say no.
Them. Oh, okay, your kids.
Mhm.
Dad.
I'm cool as heck. Listen, I'm cool. I'm still cool with both of them. You know, I really want them to be happy. That's what we're put on this earth for. And like you said, life is short. Be happy. If I'm not the one that's making you happy, I really want you to find who's gonna make you happy. Just help me with the kid. That's all.
How in the hell we know we were gonna find that though? Because we have to go through so much dating.
Well, if
We
it
don't
ain't
never know.
here, leave me alone. That's all I'm saying. Don't drag me along. You know, that's when the hurt come along. As soon as you know, as soon as you determine that I'm not it, that's fine. I can't
We're
control
not
that.
determining that because now we done went to the point where we had a child. So
But that don't mean you have to stay. Don't string me along just because we have a child. We can work out a schedule for the kid, but don't come, and you're not happy. Be happy because if you happy, the child gonna be happy. They deserve happy parents. Y'all fussing and fighting all night. The child in the room. Be happy. If it's not where you are, go find it. Go get it. Cause when you when you come to get your child,
but
baby, I'm
y'all
going to go
women,
get
y'all
it.
get all up damn, y'all get upset, y'all get see, then y'all start being a bitter baby mama. We leave you now, you be bitter baby mama. Cause now uh we left you for that bitch and all this other bitter baby mama behavior. You know that.
Well,
So we leave for this another new woman, you gon' your because you according to you, you haven't act like this, but your friends have.
right. I
So
was
that's
just
what
about
a
to
bitter
say it
mama
comes with a
baby
lot
mama
of
do.
maturity. It comes with a lot of maturity. A lot of people are not going to be able to say, I'm fine with him going because they don't really want him to go. So it's gonna have to come with some maturity. It's gonna have to come with some age. With just life kind of showing you, what life is really all about. But once you get that, and once you really see that your happiness is so important, you'll be okay with it.
Yeah,
The
then
old people
sometimes
always tell you got to love yourself more than anything else. And when you do, and you take care of that, man, so much more come to you. But see, you
yeah,
loving
okay.
this man more than you love yourself. And so that opens up a whole can of worms too.
Yeah, but us men, when we love ourselves more than we do that, then you taking this little, you taking our opportunity away to be with our kid. Then what?
I think they're gonna come around. They just need to be mature. You're gonna have
But
to.
then y'all say the kids gonna come around, but we got to really respect life. Life is not, it's just not guaranteed.
That's
You
true.
know, the time I'm trying to spend, and it's like it ain't guaranteed. That's what I look at that aspect of it too. Like, who say that you gonna live tomorrow? Who say you gonna wake up?
Right.
I mean, we just because we doing it, it just seems like it's gonna happen. But who really is to say that you gonna actually wake up?
Right. Was this got to be the year of the finesse? But we got
Okay,
to try different ways until some work.
I think I'm cuss out differently.
Wow. Okay, we could try
Nah,
that.
okay, you know, I'm gonna try that, and then I'm gonna tell you
Cuss
exactly
it
how it
out
works.
differently. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna cuss out like a goddamn Ivy League student, like I went to Harvard or Yale or something.
Oh my god.
She may like it because Glorilla, she said, I ain't gonna repeat. She said, make her shut up or
Please.
something.
Yeah, I mean, different women like to be treated different ways. But
Nah, I don't
one
know.
thing about the baby daddies, y'all know how they like to be treated. That's how you got them in the first place. So, you know, sometimes you got to pull
No,
that card back
they
out.
got us. Yeah, we ain't get them. We ain't get y'all. We pursued y'all. Then y'all end up getting us. Fuck
But I'm just saying, whatever card you pulled, you might have to pull that card back out.
the card ain't gonna work no more. She got the big joker. What the fuck? She got the big
you
joker.
gotta, you gotta try it. You gotta try
She
some
got
in
the
your
big
hand.
joker. She done spent time with you. You done taught her how to goddamn what to look for, what to keep, how long to keep it.
You got to
You done
try
gave her too much
something.
game. She know not to pull this motherfucker out until this come. She ain't
You
gonna
got to,
when the baby come, hey. See, there it is.
You gotta
I don't think we could come. I don't think I come up with that. I'll be honest with you, because the unreasonable, unnecessary attitude is at an all time high, and she's been literally to the max with it. So, just to be honest, I don't think it's gonna we're gonna let up. And I'm not the type that want to be soft with a person who's trying to play dead ass hard with me. So came to the point. I gave that shit up too. So I think it let when she come our way in and when she figure out how to be in that her soft woman era. Hopefully, we'll still be alive. Maybe, hopefully, she make it to her soft woman era. So then we can be reasonable. But other than that, then it's not gonna be any reasonableness to it. So what you think? I think she maybe even maybe busy right now. I feel as if once women, I don't know, I don't even like to try to tell women, what I mean, I just like, hey, this is what I'm going through. I can't tell y'all how to goddamn act, I'm just keep it real, but this is what I'm going through and this is what I don't like. So, I ain't gonna lie about that, but I don't know how to tell a woman straighten up. Shit, I can't tell you. By the shit you do, just the results you gonna get. So, and that's just with everybody. And the shit that I say might not be for you. You might have more experience, or might not be going through that situation. So, I'm not the type of person to sit here and look to tell people what to do at all. You know, that's why I like to have an open panel. Your perspective is your perspective, and you can definitely always come on up here. You can hit the link in the chat, man. Come on up here, holler at your boy anytime you feel as if you got something to say. You can get it off your chest, because I want to know. Y'all talk to me, man. Y'all tell me, man. Y'all know somebody who going through with this single mama, man. These single mamas, and then they get on here. These bitter baby mamas that get on here and they talk like life is just beautiful. Like it's always a way to work it out. No, it's not a way to work it out. They want you to just sit right here and be the simp about it. You've been a simp long enough. I can't keep on simping after all these. I'm the king simp right now. And y'all don't even like simp. So I don't know what the hell you trying to making me into some shit you don't like for. Miss Jazzy. So, but once again, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through for Toxic Tuesday, Miss Jazzy. You
thank
back
you.
now? You're welcome, sweetheart.
Thank you for having me. You
It
and
was a
Richie,
tough
y'all
one today.
fucked me up
Look,
tonight, but that's okay. I need another
nah,
analyst to help me out.
yeah, that's
Y'all
what we
kind of double
need.
team me, but that's okay. I held my own.
Ma'am, I don't think we try to double team you. I don't think we tried to double team you. We were serious about shit, our experiences, and you came on just making it seem so easy to just kind of get over. But it seemed like you and Richie kind of got on the same page. I will
No,
tell you that.
absolutely. Do what you got to do. Get the kids. They're going to grow up. They're going to make their own decisions. They're going to see things for what it really is. What's done don't have to be explained. You in the background just planning everything out. So, like he said, once they finally do get of age, you got that room ready. This is just the beginning is sometimes the hardest. That's all. When the younger mama want to cling to them, they get older. Mama done moved on. She done had another kid. She got another man. Won't be having all these problems. A lot of times it's just feelings involved. Bitterness and feelings are still involved. It'll pass.
Y'all that in the past shit ain't with that shit either. Shit either not even exist.
Wow.
So that in the past shit, that be that bullshit that I don't even like. I don't like. I take my glasses off there, Miss Jackson. I don't like that in the past shit because time passed, and that's what we're trying to capture those moments in time. So when the time do pass, we can sit back and we can reminisce about those times. But then we get to the point where the times that we can't reminisce about shit. We got to sit right here and try to always create something new. Try to always reintroduce ourselves to one another, get all the way comfortable with one another, and it's really deeper than, just a father and son. Now is like, or a father and a daughter. It's like now how these children are even gonna have relationships, because at the same time, these children have an opinion on the shit that their mom is doing. They have an opinion on it. They have and it's not always the way that she think it is. So now, what is that going to do to their relationships? They see it, directly how these little girls see exactly what their mama doing. So they going to just continue the trend. The little boys seeing exactly how their mama acting. So it's almost like, what I mean? I'm just going to pull back a little bit because y'all really kind of doing too much, and it ain't fair. It just ain't fair. And I'm gonna be honest with me, I've been looking like, I might just go get a vasectomy because trying to continue to have kids is just, or not even trying to even continue, but it's just like just the possibility of having more kids is it's almost like if I done messed up this many times, it ain't gonna be that great, for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you this, on a good note, I appreciate you for coming through, man. Another Toxic Tuesday.
Yes.
We've been going strong with this little panel too. I don't know. I may come up tomorrow. I don't know. I'm planning on going out of town. I don't know.
Okay.
So I may come up tomorrow. I may not. I'm thinking about taking out my equipment out of town. So, you know, I'm planning on doing some out of town. So I will be. I might if I have time because I really like to give a lot of my time to my kids when I have them.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's the good thing about, having your own show. You can stream it from wherever that has good internet, you know, give us a different background wherever you go. We'll be here if you need us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for having me.
you're welcome, and I appreciate you. And come on out next time I'm here. Don't act like a stranger. You know, and y'all have a good night. I'm out of here.
Too.